Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Allison Streit from the Calgary Public Library is here, and we are talking hot new fiction that you can pick up at your local branch. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I love fiction, so this is so exciting for me. Let's start right here, right off the top. We've got just north.
Oh, North of Dawn.
Oh, North of Dawn. There we go. I can't read.
So, a beautiful book. And it takes place in Norway. We have...
In Norway?
Yeah, an older Somali couple who had immigrated to Norway at a young age. They brought up their son there. Now, unfortunately, their son gets caught up, eventually immigrates back to Somalia and becomes a suicide bomber.
Oh, wow.
So, very dark. And then his widow and their children come to live in Norway with their grandparents. So it's a really big clash of kind of old cultures, new realities. So it's a very interesting book. Yes, it's
I'm going to put that on my list. Oh, yeah, that sounds terrific. Okay, and now this book, I got this one for Christmas.
Absolutely. Well, I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
You know, it has a lot of, it's high lit, so a lot of dense, beautifully written paragraphs.
Yes.
It's on the long list for the Man Booker Prize.
Oh, okay, so it's very important.
Yeah,
yes.
Very important. It takes place in an unnamed city where it's becoming more and more of a crime to become interesting. You don't want any attention drawn to yourself. And the main character, she's called Middle Sister throughout the book. Okay. She's becoming more and more interesting.
Oh.
So they kind of she's struggling with that a little bit. It's an allegory for Belfast in the 1970s, but it's never actually said out loud.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds interesting. Okay, I'll have to crack that one for sure. Now this one, our director Tammy just said she started this one, Watching You.
Yes, and I did just finish Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell, also a great book.
Okay.
She's a great author. This one's a little bit more, I don't want to say fun because it's also dark, but you have this beautiful city called Melville Heights, and it's full of secrets. Everyone has their secrets, everyone's kind of watching each other, and our main character, Tom Fitzwilliam, is universally beloved in this town.
Okay.
But it seems like he has the most secrets out of anyone.
Oh, really?
It's kind of one of those like dark suburb thrillers that are really popular right now.
Those are really popular. Yeah. That reminds me of Celeste Ng in the book that we just read, Little Fires Everywhere.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good. Okay. Well, I'll have to get a full review from Tammy on that one. Okay. Oh, Delia Owens. Okay, yes.
Where the Crawdads Sing. This has been a super popular book. It's on top
I've
of all the
heard about
lists right now. New York Times really loved it. So we have a murder in the 1960s in a southern town, and everyone immediately suspects what they call the marsh girl. So it's a woman who lives off the land in the local marsh. And when two men go to investigate her, find out whether or not she did have anything to do with this murder, they find that she's very, very different than what they expected.
Oh, really?
It's this beautiful coming-of-age story, as well as a surprising kind of murder-type mystery.
Oh, that also sounds terrific. Oh, there's so many books to read in so little time. Okay, here we go. Now, The Gown. I'm very excited about this one.
Yes, because you are going to read it.
Yes, I am reading this one for sure because we're going to read it for the book club as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So this one centers around the wedding dress of Queen Elizabeth.
Okay, so it's Queen Elizabeth. I couldn't remember which royal it was. Okay, Queen Elizabeth's
So
dress.
half of the book is set in 1947, and it looks at the women that were in charge of making this beautifully intricate wedding dress. You know, it was very famous at its time.
Yes.
The other half takes place in 2016. One of the granddaughters is wondering how her grandmother has this intricate embroidery in her basement. She's always been very mysterious with her past. So she digs
Oh, no kidding. Oh, that looks great. And Jennifer Robson's actually coming to town. She's going to be here for a WordFest event, and then she'll be right here on Breakfast Television. So look forward to that one as well. And then finally, we have On the Come Up.
Yes, this is a new YA novel. So wonderful. It's by the same author of The Hate U Give, which was so popular.
Oh, I love that book.
A few years ago, the movie came out. We have a young MC. She is trying to become a hip-hop artist. One video that she made at kind of a low point, at an angry point, goes viral. And she has to decide whether she's going to lean into this persona, and that's how she's going to become famous, or if she's going to try and make it on her own.
That sounds great.
Yeah, predicted to be a huge book this year. So
Angie Thomas is amazing.
Even if you're not a young adult reader, everyone's going to love it.
Everyone's going to love this book. Okay, terrific. Thank you so much for this, Allie. And of course, Allie is sticking around because we were going to have our book club chat at 9:30 this morning on Facebook Live. We're talking about An American Marriage. Tell us quickly about this one.
We have this seemingly perfect couple that is suddenly broken apart when the man is falsely accused and sent to prison.
Yeah.
And then unexpectedly gets released 5 years later, and he has to kind of deal with those consequences.
And what does his life look like upon return? Oh, it is a good one. Lots to discuss. So again, join us Facebook Live at 9:30. Allie, thank you for this. We're going to go for a break here on Breakfast Television. When we come back, more news, weather, and traffic. Stay with us.